are the Daily Tech headlines for Monday, June 3rd, 2024. I'm Sarah Lane. It's Computex week, and during AMD's keynote, AMD CEO Dr. Lisa Su officially announced the company's next generation of Ryzen processors using its Zen 5 microarchitecture, which will bring several advancements over Zen 4 and the Ryzen 7000 series for desktop PCs launching in July. The AMD Ryzen 9 9950X processor will be the new consumer flagship part with 16 CPU cores and a 5.7 GHz maximum boost frequency. The other SKUs include 6, 8, and 12 core parts. All 4 chips will be X series chips with unlocked multipliers and higher TDBs and clock speeds. The AMD Ryzen 9000 series will also launch on the AM5 socket, which was first seen in AMD's Ryzen 7000 series. 2 high-performance chipsets are also en route: the X870E Extreme and the regular X870 chipsets, both with USB 4.0 ports, PCIe 5.0 for both PCI graphics and NVMe storage, and higher AMD Expo memory profile support expected over previous generations. Over the weekend, X added clauses to its rules that formally allow users to post adult and graphic content on the platform, plus AI-generated videos and images, provided that all are labeled as such. X continues to disallow content that explicitly threatens or incites or glorifies violence, including sexual violence. According to a Reuters report citing internal company documents back in 2022, around 13% of posts on X contained adult content. As the Twin Peaks giant once said, it is happening again. A year after Spotify increased the price of Spotify Premium in the US, the company is hiking prices for Spotify Premium, Duo, and Family plans. Spotify Premium will now cost $12 per month. Duo will be $17 per month. Family moves up to $20 per month. In a blog post announcing the changes, Spotify said this lets it invest in and innovate on its product features. Bloomberg reported back in May that Spotify still plans to launch its Soup Premium plan, including lossless streaming and other features. Sony officially launched the PlayStation VR2's PC adapter, which adds PC support to the PS5 exclusive headset. It launches on August 7th and will cost $60. Sony says the device will support all Steam VR games and that players will need a DisplayPort cable to work with Steam titles on PC. Retail chain Zara is expanding its live shopping broadcast to the UK, Europe, and the United States this year, after testing the format in China that was received quite well. According to retail analytics firm Edited, 5-hour-long live shopping shows in China that are broadcast weekly on Chinese TikTok sister site Douyin since November are boosting Zara's sales. The show on Douyin features Chinese models wearing the retail's dresses, for example, trying on shoes, showing off jewelry. A 70-person team works on the live show in Shanghai, switching angles between 7 cameras and attracting around 800,000 unique viewers per show. In a document created on October 19, 2020, the U.S. National Security Agency recommends several ways to protect phones from security threats. One of them is to turn the phone off at least once a week to prevent zero-click exploits and spear phishing attacks. PC World wrote an article about the practice on May 17th and updated it last Thursday. But then Forbes picked up the story and ran their story Thursday. So now you've got a lot of local news outlets in the US seeming to be running the story. There's nothing particularly new here. It's not bad advice, though. Some zero-click exploits can happen by text message and require no interaction from you, but can stay resident on the phone after a reboot. Samsung announced it's cutting off Galaxy Store access for Tizen smartwatches in 2025. Samsung decided to switch over to Android-based Wear OS with the Galaxy Watch 4 series and has remained on that platform ever since. So a lot of people were wondering, what's happening with Tizen? On September 30th of this year, the Galaxy Store will stop selling paid content like apps, watch faces for Tizen watches. On May 31st of next year, 2025, users won't be able to download any new content from the Galaxy Store on these devices. In September of next year, it won't be possible to re-download any previously purchased content through the My Apps section in the Galaxy Store. And finally, the Wall Street Journal's Alina Disek has an anecdotal story about restaurants around the U.S. who are moving away from using QR codes as menus. The practice was common after COVID lockdowns as a way to prevent circulation of items that people touched. However, many restaurants are going back to printed menus. Some are keeping the QR code for additional information. For example, there's a pizza restaurant in San Francisco called Flour and Water that has a QR code on the printed menu, offering diners tasting notes for the wine list. One use of QR codes seems to remain popular, and that's being able to pay your bill without having to call a waiter over or head to the counter. For more discussion of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. That's where you can find show notes and links to all these headlines there as well. I'm Sarah Lane. Thank you for listening. Talk to you next time.